Right, it's time, guys. The tires and the brakes are getting changed. I know some of you watching will be like, yes, finally, they're not idiots anymore. Today, Sam really wanted to have a chat with you about tires. Since I know very little about them, I'll be here for moral support. But essentially, the brief is the tires currently on the van are the original tires that we bought the van with. So we've had them for 3 years, but the tires themselves seem to be 8 years old because we recently checked the date, and that is the legal limit for the age of a tire before it has to be changed. And also the tread is legal but very low. So given that we're so heavy and the tires are old, I think it's high past time we fix that. Plus we seem to have a bit of a trouble with our brake. So Sam, take it away.
Right, let me just wait, I need to go in and tell them that it's the brake.
I don't know about the brake. Which side is it?
That side is the problem side. Careful of the cars.
So guys, you're gonna have to excuse me for my lack of mechanical lingo, because I know nothing about this. It's whatever he tells me, then I just repeat it. That's the back tire, that's what it looks like. There you go. Very low, as you can see. Yep, and then the front, I mean, I'm not sure what's brake dust on this, but there is brake dust somewhere. So if you have good eyes, you'll be able to tell. So basically, all tires are bold. They have some essentially scratches from wear and tear. They should go. But in terms of the brake is binding. So as far as I understand, the pistons that sort of, the brake clamps like that are uneven or uncalibrated. Sam's gonna explain, why is he making me do this to you? But essentially the pistons are not working, so only one side is clamping and the other one doesn't seem to be doing so. So one side is worn, one isn't. That needs to be fixed. He's gonna just repeat all this in a moment, and then he's gonna talk about tires.
Just casually watching them. Well, there's no one there at the moment, but they were doing something. I think that's our wheel there. See? Right there.
Yay!
There. Right, let's pick a place to...
Pick a spot. Whoa. Our portable filming studio.
Yeah, public bench.
We thought it a good idea to have a serious talk about tires. In the van life community, there's basically a lot of talk about what type of tire you should get. It seems that tires is a big thing with some people. I can't get it personally. He probably can get it more. But essentially there's some tires that are favorites, and there's a huge thing about, do you get off-road tires or do you get, what are we getting?
All-season tires.
Oh, just all-season tires that basically are not off-road. He knows more about it. Why am I still talking?
I don't know. Why are you still talking? So this video is going to be really helpful and important if you are looking for tyres like we were and trying to decipher which tyres you actually need. So, for some context, when we bought the van, it had some standard van road tyres on there. And in the 3 years that we've owned the van, they have not been changed at all. And we've run them down pretty much to the legal limit because we wanted to get the maximum use out of them. Now, for Europe, in the winter, you need, in some countries, all-season tyres. Those are tyres that have this little mountain peak with a snowflake on them. And basically what that means is they're designed for winter and they're a legal requirement in some countries.
Yes, so that they can deal with snow and ice better, and rain, I think.
And rain and mud and stuff like that.
So they're not like specialists, I think, in all of them. They're just better all round in those conditions.
We were looking at what tyres to actually put on the van. Now bear in mind, these tyres that we've had on the van for the past 3 years, they've taken us all over the place. They've lasted us through the van build, which we didn't do a lot of driving. And then they've lasted us through France, through Spain, down to Italy and all that. They've been in winter, not on proper ice and snow, but definitely they've handled it.
They manage the heat, they manage the cold.
And they have been on farmer tracks.
Yes, and they managed kind of the hill climbs and all of that.
Yep.
So they've done very well for tyres that are basically bold.
Yeah, and also they're not all season, they're not off-road, they're not anything like that. They're just standard van road tyres.
So that's our control line.
Yeah.
Anything better than that is a win.
Now in those tyres, we've only got stuck twice. The first time was in mud and the wet, which I will insert a clip here. But we did manage to get out by going backwards up the hill. And that was a couple of months ago, so the tyres were pretty worn out at that stage. Would off-road tyres have helped in that situation?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We might be able to make it up the first hill, but then I think we might have gotten stuck in a puddle.
And the second time we got stuck in sand, which actually didn't make it into a vlog. So again, I'll put it here.
Enjoy.
But in essence, that time getting stuck, I don't think no matter what tyres we had on, we would not have gotten out because the van is heavy and we just sunk into the sand. I don't think we're going to be handling anything more off-roady than what we've already done. And since we've only got stuck twice and only once was really stuck and there's nothing that we could have done about it, based upon that, I don't think we need proper off-roady tyres. That being said, a lot of people do like the off-roady tyres, and the two main competitors in this space are the KO2s and the general Grabber AT3s. The KO2s and the AT3s are the main off-road tyres, and I do think that both of them are essentially acceptable in winter in Europe. However, off-road tyres, thank you very much, off-road tyre, there's no stem. I don't think it's going to stay. The thing about off-road tyres is they're usually made from a softer rubber, which means they wear out quicker than just regular tyres. And number two, they reduce the MPG of your van. Maybe not by much, but they do. If you look at the rating on the little sticker that comes with all these tyres, off-road tyres are worse fuel efficiency than regular road tyres. We were thinking, despite everyone telling us you should go for one or the other, do we actually need these off-roady tyres? Or can we get away with putting something else on and maybe something that actually might be better for our use? Because 99% of the time we're on tarmac, we're not on excessively steep hills, and we're not going to be off-roading in mud and the severe wet, like proper 10-15 centimeters of water kind of thing. So would regular all-season tyres be okay? So yeah, then we had to look at the road tyres, the ones that were all-season that had that little triangle peak, so we're okay for Europe in the winter time, and those tyres do last more miles, they're better fuel efficiency, they're not that much cheaper, if anything cheaper at all.
They're not cheaper, they're all expensive. They're all
about £150 a tyre. With the tyres, there were basically three all-season road van tyres that we were choosing between. We had the Maxxis AL2s, we had the ones that we're putting on, which are the Continental something, I'll put the name on the screen, and then also the Michelin Agilis Crossclimate 4-season, which apparently are the best ones.
What he said.
In the end, we thought, since we're not going off-road hardly ever, we're only going to do what we've already done in the van.
You say hardly ever. We do go on a farmer's track about every other day.
Fine. We're not going to go any worse than what we've already been. And what we've already been on, we've only got stuck twice, and only once did we not able to get out without external help, and even then, the off-road tyres wouldn't have helped. So based upon that, we went with the road tyres, which should get us better MPG, better grip on the actual harder road surface, and yeah, hopefully they last 5 to 6 years.
So I'm gonna provide a helpful table right at the end of this video with a nice list of all the tires and their best uses. So if you are wondering what you need and why you need it, then you can reference that. So at least you can find the names and you can go research them yourself as well.
Yeah.
Because all of this research stuff, like, you know, with Vanlife, from the van build and then later on, it's all about researching and finding the right product on topics that generally most most people don't know anything about. You know, there's a few of us that, or not me included, but a few of us that know a lot about tires, but most of us don't know anything. A few of us know about electrics, but most of us start with nothing.
There is 2 small points that I missed about the tyres. Number 1, status and the way that they look. The off-road tyres look cool, look much better than normal boring van road tyres. However, I don't really care that much. So that's that. And number 2, the load rating of the tyres. Now,
that's kind of important actually.
Yeah, now we're not actually that heavy in comparison to most vans because we built our van very light. So there's essentially a number on the tyre. I'll put it here so you can see which number it is. That shows you how much load each tyre can take. Generally, for vans, 115/112 is enough. You can get higher load rating tyres that go up to 119 or 121. But they're not needed unless you seriously have like a 5-ton van and it pretty much weighs 5 ton. I wouldn't go for any lower than 115/112 because you can get cheap tyres that go to 108 or even 104. They will not work for a camper van.
For a fully loaded van. I remember you saying that you're hungry.
I am hungry.
What do you want?
Wouldn't mind a McFlurry.
McFlurry. Oh, there's a McDonald's right there. Let's go get a crappy ice cream. Anyone?
It's been an hour, so they should call us back soon, and we'll see. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering where the cats are, don't worry. They're at Polly's parents' house. We did not leave the mechanic with a van filled with 2 cats. 2 crazy cats, by the way, because they'd be all over the place.
It's been raining today, so they are prone to cabin fever.
Yeah, they haven't been outside. Anyway, let's see.
Cheers. Oh, good?
Good.
Yeah?
Still comes up with the brake workshop sensor.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be programmed off because they have sensors on the pads.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know it's coming up. It's still coming up with workshop brake, take to workshop brake sensor.
Okay. Okay.
But it, obviously that just is a decode issue. Like it could be reset on the computer. Apart from that, they're all good.
You're not able to reset it though?
No, we haven't got the thing to reset it. Unfortunately, sorry. Just one of your sliders. So on your caliper, you've got sliders.
Yeah.
Both sides completely seized. So we had to knock them out, re-grease them, re-tie them up, slot them back in.
She has new shoes. So that's what new tires look like.
How's it look?
Good.
Excellent.
As far as I know.
Brilliant. Yeah, that'll do.
They'll do.
That'll do.
Anything's improvement over what we had, huh?
Yeah. 2, 5, 6 cars, 16. There's the little mountain peak. So that's what they'll ask for in Europe. There you go. Cool. Excellent. Alright. Hop in the van. They didn't charge us any labour, by the way.
Really?
Nope, that's why it was cheaper. I was expecting 700.
So what was it?
676.
Okay.
For the pads and the tyres. So if you look, there you go. Conti Van Contact 4-season tyres. Then disposal charge, balancing, the new slide pins and the brake pads. 563 plus that. 676.
Bugger off that.
Tyre safety report. So these were our old tyres. So we had about 3 to 4 mil of tread. Which is...
That's more than I thought.
More than I thought.
Did they recommend changing them or not?
Yeah.
I know, but does it say recommend on
It doesn't say recommend on here, but that's good to know.
Because I know that everybody says change them. That's the recommendation of the majority.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what that said.
Yeah, well, cool. Let's see how she handles.
It feels the same.
Feels the same so far. New tyres, new brakes. Should be that different, really.
Melanie, do you like your fancy footwear?
You better do. It's the only footwear you're getting for a few years. Well, the ride doesn't feel any different, so that's good. Doesn't feel any bumpier or anything, still feels smooth. Brakes in a straight line. I'm just gently braking there. The brakes feel pretty solid. They're a little firmer than what they were, because they were a bit spongy before. But they're not like brand new brakes on a car where you just like put your little toe on the brake pedal and you go, oh! Pressing it down. Little toe, yeah. But I hear no grinding. No grinding at all from that front left brake.
We be having dinner.
Oh, yes, please. Are we going to say anything else in this video?
Well, I don't know.
Do you have anything else to add, Polly, about brakes and tyres and whatnot?
Thanks to the guys that replaced them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm off for dinner. Good job, guys. As far as I know.